world last week, even hit Figma stock. It's called Claude Design. But here's the twist. Claude Design isn't the real breakthrough. The real leap is the model behind it, Opus 4.7. For the first time, AI can actually see, reason, and create visual work properly.
Turn of events that absolutely nobody saw coming, except for literally everyone. Anthropic just dropped what might be their most game-changing tool since Claude Code, Claude Design, a new Opus 4.7 powered platform that turns your half-baked Figma designs into actual prototypes, pitch decks,
You know how some tools launch with a huge amount of noise, and others just sort of show up and quietly change everything? Well, last week, one of those quiet ones dropped. And it didn't just get people talking. It actually made Figma's stock take a hit. It's called Claude Design, and it represents a massive shift in how we create. Okay, let's dive right in.
For years, this is what professional design looked like, right? This complex, kind of intimidating screen full of tools and layers and vectors. The new way? It's just this, a simple text prompt. That's it. That whole wall of complexity has basically just vanished.
And this is the core idea. For the first time ever, pretty much anyone with an idea can be a creator, a founder, a marketer, you. This tool basically puts a full creative agency right in your hands. But, and this is important, you have to be careful. There's a massive trap hidden in the settings that can drain your entire account before you even get started. We'll get to that.
Now, to really understand why this is such a big deal, we got to look at the problem it's actually solving. For founders, consultants, and really anyone trying to bring an idea into the world, professional design has always been a major bottleneck.
This slide really captures the painful reality, doesn't it? In India, a proper brand identity can cost you anywhere from 1 to 5 lakh rupees and take at least 2 to 4 weeks. And if you can't afford that, well, you're stuck fighting with stuff like PowerPoint, spending hours just trying to align boxes instead of actually thinking about your business.
So, what's the solution? It's a method I like to call the pro workflow. It's basically a way to go from zero to a fully realized brand in a matter of minutes, giving you an entire agency in a box. It all starts with this really clever process called the fire crawl. Okay, so here's how it works. First, just pick 2 brands whose vibe you absolutely love. So let's say for a new health watch, you love the clean feel of the Apple Watch and the super energetic aesthetic of Ultra Human. You use a free tool called firecrawl.dev to scrape their brand DNA. We're just talking colors and fonts. Then you paste that data right into Claude with one simple prompt, asking it to create something new from those 2 inspirations. And what comes out is, honestly, it's wild. This is not a copy-paste job. It's a true synthesis. Claude generates a core brand positioning, a full color palette with the exact hex codes, typography, even guidelines on your brand's voice and tone. It's a complete, unique, one-of-one brand identity that nobody else can copy because it's made just for you. So let's see how this builds out, because having a brand identity is really just the starting line. The real magic is turning that brand system into assets you can actually use, what they call the artifacts architecture. And this is where the speed is just incredible. From that single brand system, you can generate a whole suite of materials that are ready for production. We're talking animated pitch decks, landing pages, all your social media assets, and even complete launch videos. All from a simple brief, all in just a few minutes. The way you give feedback now is brilliantly simple. Forget writing those long paragraphs of notes. With the Draw tool, you just circle an element on the screen, type a quick note like "make this bigger," and you watch it re-render instantly. It's that natural conversation you'd have with a designer, but it's happening at the speed of AI. What's really amazing is that before it even generates a single slide, the AI asks you these clarifying questions, just like a human creative professional would. Who's the audience? What's the goal? What's the price point? It's taking a proper brief to make sure that what it creates is strategically sound, not just pretty. Okay, so remember that warning I gave you at the beginning?
It's time to close that loop. Because this tool is incredibly powerful, but there is one critical mistake that can stop you in your tracks and just burn right through your budget.
So here's the deal. This tool is a token vampire. Seriously. I built just 2 test brands, and in the process, I used up 77% of my entire monthly Pro plan. If you're not careful, you could hit your limit on the very first day. So here's the common mistake and exactly how to avoid it. People get excited and they jump straight into high-fidelity mode for every single little change. Don't do that. Start in wireframe mode. It uses way fewer tokens and it lets you lock in the structure and the logic first. Once you're happy with that foundation, then you flip the switch to high fidelity to finalize all the visuals.
You know, when you step back, you see that this isn't just about one feature or one tool. This is a massive stepping stone. It's signaling a completely new era of AI-powered creation. The very arc of design is changing right before our eyes.
And that leads to the big question that's on everybody's mind. Is this tool going to replace Figma and all the other professional design software?
And the answer, at least for now, is no. Professional designers are still going to need Figma for that super granular, pixel-perfect control. What Claude Design is doing is different. It's building a powerful design layer for non-designers, for the founders, the marketers, the consultants who need to go from an idea to execution instantly.
This quote really captures the whole idea perfectly. AI tools like this aren't meant to be the final, perfect solution. They are the ultimate accelerator. They get you 90% of the way there in a matter of seconds, and they leave that final, crucial 10% for human taste, for refinement, and for strategic thinking.
So think about it. We've gone from a simple idea to a full brand, an investor deck, and a landing page in the time it takes to brew a pot of coffee. This is the new reality. And it leaves us with one final thought. The gap between the people who use these tools and the people who don't, it's about to become a canyon. The only question is, which side will you be on?